Sellers rolls to his left, has a wide open receiver, and a touchdown. Mazeo Bennett Jr., a 24-yard score. He had 2 last week against ODU, and now he has his first career touchdown.
And just a miscommunication in the back end of...
They're 0 for 6 on 3rd down. And Kentucky's 1 out of 9. Sellers dodged the rush and found a wide open receiver. Mazeo Bennett, who has the only touchdown in this game, who forced Sellers away from the pocket.
And a great job here by Sellers. Playing like a veteran as Fearby's unblocked, runs right around. Sellers keeps his eyes downfield, continues to move, remains in a passing posture, and finds the receiver downfield. And
Rocket Sanders is the running back. They fake a pitch to him. Another open receiver and a touchdown. Joshua Simon, the tight end, 16 yards. The 4th quarter. A lot of the folks have left Kroger Field. Brock Vandegrift, terrible pass into coverage. Nick Emanwari bringing it back. Nick Emanwari scores a touchdown. Right on cue.
And Emanwari's eyes are in the backfield, obviously not at this exact moment, but in a moment they will be. And he's watching the whole way, and he just watched Vandegrift as he drifts back. He drifts right underneath the intended receiver, makes the interception. Vandegrift trying to get something going, doesn't see the underneath coverage, throws it right to Emanwari, who takes it to the house for the pick 6. Just a tremendous second.
Wimsatt intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Kilgore. Plenty of talent, more depth than they've had in the past. Second interception of run a 10.11 in the 100 meters. Michael Smith down the sideline.
Still down to a 1st and goal. Keeper Sellers picks his way to the right and is tripped up, reaching for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What a start. See, the Bayou Bengals go backwards and stall, and Peyton Todd comes out again and is blocked. The Gamecock special teams, another big play. It's scooped up along the sidelines and knocked down at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal to add to this double-digit lead. Sanders into the end zone. 1-play touchdown drive. And the Gamecock. And there's the keeper. Shows the acceleration. Sellers in a foot race. They won't catch him. Atonement. 75-yard touchdown.
Flips it with his wrist right behind.
If he was covered by another eligible receiver, then he would be ineligible.
Thought he was in the slot.
Sellers hit as he throws, launches downfield, and the catch is made by Jared Brown. Not confusion. Nussmeier collided with the running back, throws it short, out of bounds. They had 1st and goal. It's Ashford back, and they'll try to get it by giving it to Rocket Sanders, and there goes Rocket. Sanders launching. Gamecocks reclaim the lead. 66 yards.
Defense. Nobody kept the edge. Good block there by the receiver, Larvidon, but it wasn't necessarily a fancy play.
Oscar Attaway spelling Sanders in the backfield. Ashford trying to escape here and make something happen. Heaves it into the end zone, and they do convert the 2-pointer. There's a flag.
3rd down with the game on the line.
Fumbled snap. South Carolina comes up with it. Nussmeier couldn't collect the snap, and Dylan Stewart, the true freshman. Ashford again pressured, escapes, delivers a throw, complete across the middle. Catch made into LSU territory goes Vandravius Jacobs.
Leader on this football team, and that was a tough injury for him.
So Ashford is making his first start in a Carolina uniform, and he is a powerful runner. Gets to the outside and out near midfield. Robbie Ashford. Passing is not his strength, certainly running for the Auburn transfer. That's a gain of 38.
I mean, that's a simple read zone play. He pulled the ball and ran right around the invert defender.
South Carolina, play action. Ashford looking left, coming over the middle, has a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown. Mazeo Bennett. The true freshman. Greenville, South Carolina on the receiving end of a 30-yard dart from Robbie Ashford.
It all started with the protection up front. He had a beautiful pocket. Watch how clean this pocket is.
Going for two. Kai Kroger, such a talented punter. Waltzes in. Nobody there. Fake the handoff to Attaway, and now Ashford in trouble. Got it downfield. Great adjustment. What a catch by Gage Larvadan. Down. We'll see if they decide to use a timeout. They will not. Wide open is McDowell, and he'll lope into the end zone untouched. Great play call by Dowell Loggins. There was nobody. They're in this game with South Carolina, trailing by a couple of scores. Robbie Ashford taking a deep shot. Gage Larvadan inside the 4. He's in probably the best shape of his life right now. Kept by Ashford. He's got the first down and more. He is gone. Touchdown. 36-yard touchdown run for Ashford. What a night for Robbie. Running room here for Juwan Howell. Juwan Howell will have a touchdown.
That's what happened with Alabama as Sellers and 9 for South Carolina. Sellers on 4th down with time. Gonna take a strike to the end zone and a touchdown scored by Bennett. Wide open, Mazeo Bennett. Touchdown, Kakalaki. Milroe just had to get rid of it as he was drifting back into the end zone, and the officials are going to talk this one over.
That should be a safety. That should be intentional grounding.
That was Kyle Kennard again, and the flag comes in, and Shane Beamer says, "Is that a safety? I want to." Milroe, final seconds here before halftime. That ball's picked off. That is picked up by Kilgore. Kilgore, seconds remaining. 3rd down and 15. Drives the ball complete over the middle for a first down to Bennett. Sellers shuffles it ahead to Attaway. Here goes Attaway. Milroe back to pass. To the end zone he goes. Intercepted. O'Donnell Fortune with the pickoff in the end zone. We are starting to get to that point in the game when you look up at the clock. Sellers downfield. Rocket Sanders, here he goes. Jump play from the Rocket. 23-yard run from Sanders. Patiently waiting, now bouncing, and first down, minute 14 to play. Sellers with time, and it gets a complete pass midfield. All right, South Carolina's in business here. Sellers, pocket collapsing. Worst case scenario, flat.
Trying to block Hugh Robinson.
Face mask, defense, number 34. The result of the play was a fumble.
He tugged his face mask with his right hand.
31 yards away, only an 8-point game. South Carolina, here's the strike they want to the end zone, incomplete. They were looking for big 6'5" Nick Harbor.
They got to look at that again because bounds. His right foot was really close to being in bounds.
Face mask. You just got the sense they're in range now. They can take the strike they want. They took it, and based on this call, they may land the jackpot here. There's the toe, synced up with the catch. Nick Harbor, is it a touchdown?
I think if you're the offensive coordinator.
After review, the receiver had firm control and had his foot in bounds. Therefore, it's a touchdown.
Wow.
Here we go, folks. Here we go. To this onside scenario. Here it is. It's a wobbler. Got to go 10 yards. It's loose. It's loose. South Carolina's got it. South Carolina's got it.
This thing was just curving and curving. You see Cuevas goes down to get it off of his chest, then it's Oots. Two tight ends had an opportunity for Alabama to secure that football. They couldn't get it done, and South Carolina still has life.
Colin Bryant looks.
And they want him to throw on first down. Pressured. And finds the other guy. It's intercepted by Nicky Noweri.
With these two defensive ends, and one thing that I just absolutely hate is having a tight end one-on-one in pass protection. Obviously, Jacob Sexton could have helped just a little bit. Bauer Sharp gives up the pressure. Michael Hawkins tries to move left, and what a play by Nick Ebenwari to be able to close the space and grab that interception for the Gamecocks.
Well, both of these offenses have struggled, and the coaches made it clear they cannot afford to give the ball up. And Rocket Sanders, a running back with Lenoris Sellers. And that pocket collapses. Sellers escapes, hangs a move, and bends it to the outside. Lenoris Sellers. And maybe picks up a yard after an interception. Sanders bounces to the outside, and he's in. Touchdown, Rocket Sanders in South Carolina. Play action again. And he's taken down and loses the football. South Carolina scoops it up. And the Gamecocks, Tonka Hemingway, will walk it in for a 36-yard scoop and score. Demetrius Knight. Third down. Hit from behind. It is intercepted. Free ball for where he's got his second pick of the game, and he's looking for a block. It's another South Carolina defensive score. A 66-yard pick six brings out the Bluebirds in Norman. Back wants to go deep, wide open. Touchdown, South Carolina. A 33-yard strike to Joshua Simon. South Carolina lines up to show they're going for two. And they will with a direct snap and a hard hit, but it is a two-point conversion for the Gamecocks.
To the ground with the energy in this building.
He's under duress and breaks free from Scooby Williams. Throws on the run, and it's caught.
And they just blitz right up the middle. There's nobody that's accounting for the linebacker. That's number 0, Scooby Williams. You got to hit Lenoris Sellers and bring him to the ground. His best attribute.
Running back, and he went in motion to the right. Empty backfield, designed run. And it's Lenoris Sellers on his way to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
What a start for the Gamecocks. Building on the momentum.
They do snap it. Reed got stood up. Surges forward at the very end, but he is short.
By this defensive line, getting low, have guys going over the top, but I don't love the play call. Marcel Reed's 180 pounds, and you're trying to surge him forward into a grown man defense with seniors and fifth-year players across the board. Mike Elko looks on, but I think you hand it to your 220-pound running back who's averaging 4 yards after contact.
Coming here on homecoming night game, hostile environment, talented South Carolina team coming off a bye week. Wide open, touchdown, Joshua Simon, 15 yards.
Much
pressure again, brought by A&M. They run through it with Rocket Sanders. And the Rocket has a lot more fuel tonight to LSU.
And this is a great run by Rocket Sanders. Breaks to the outside. This is the speed that we haven't seen as much.
3rd and 8. They really aren't in field goal range for Alex Herrera. Again, Sellers running away from Aggies. And he puts his head down and steamrolls the tackler. Down and 1. And it's Sanders ripping through the hole. One man might catch him. Touchdown! 52 yards.
South Carolina getting a stop defensively, and their offense gets it starting the second half as Rockets.
After the 7-yard gain against an awkward little connection there, and it's an interception. O'Donnell Fortune down the sideline. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, 86 yards.
Elevate their play at a moment's notice, and they have tonight.
There's a broken tackle. And a touchdown for Joshua Simon. 57 yards, a night of big plays for South Carolina.
The line of scrimmage. It's just a remarkable effort by South Carolina.
And now Reed stripped to the ball. And South Carolina has it. Kyle Kennard has that onslaught. Wow. Is the tuck rule still a thing? We like the tuck rule in New England. That onslaught at the beginning of the game, they were in good shape. Here's a bounce outside. Sanders puts the punctuation on his best performance as a game.
Pavia looks to throw, has it knocked out of his hands. Does South Carolina have it back? Yes, they do. Kyle Kennard comes up with the football.
Yeah, just uses speed to get right around. It's an RPO, run pass option. Pavia decides to pull it, and just not enough time at that second level.
Now it's 2nd and 13. Sellers scanning the field, finally throws underneath. Caught there by Nick Harbor, and Nick is inside the 20.
And locates another receiver down the field.
Here comes some pressure from the Commodores. Gamecocks see it, and they strike. Sellers nowhere to go, and the pocket collapses. Dodges one defender, has some room, but will throw wide open at midfield. It's caught. A huge play for the Gamecocks. Jared Brown inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line.
We talk about Diego in the first half making Diego plays. This is Lenoris Sellers making Lenoris Sellers plays. I mean, you think he's dead to rights right there in the backfield, and he finds a way at 240 pounds to shrug up.
Oh, nice little dead leg. There goes Rocket Sanders. Touchdown. South Carolina, 33 yards. 9th rushing touchdown of the season. Doing Rocket Sanders things, and South Carolina leads it 14-0. Larvadan in motion. Stay on the ground. There's Rocket Sanders. Rocket cuts it back to the outside. To the 10, dropped at the 6-yard line. Another big chunk of turf, 39 yards.
The center, watch the center work his way, gets a little bit of the defensive tackle, then gets up to the linebacker to spring Rocket.
Sellers throws to Sanders. Look at him go. Rocket Sanders. Touchdown, South Carolina. Reception from Rocket Sanders. He has put on a show here in Nashville. And it's all South Carolina coming down the stretch. They lead it 28-7.
This run game going to be successful here against a really good Missouri defense.
That was Simon in motion. Sellers got wide open, and it's hauled in by Nick Harbor for a 26-yard strike.
Birch is going to have to roll over
the middle. Sellers has man coverage. It is caught. Nick Harbor down to the 5. 43-yard gain. 235 with elite speed.
And they love to take these shot plays. Just a slot fade working on Dalen Carnell, the safety. And if you don't as loose as I've seen, which
he was very loose,
might be a good thing.
The swing to Jared Brown. Elite speed. And Brown takes it to the house. 38-yard catch and run.
He's going to get the first block, so he's going to come this way. That's going to be the first block. Now Vershawn Lee is going to end up being almost 20 yards downfield working on Marvin Burks, and that's going to be the block that ends up springing this for a touchdown. Look at the big boy, 6'4", 315, getting downfield, just getting a piece of Marvin Burks there.
Downs this half. Sellers runs into trouble and gets, stayed on his feet. Johnny Walker got him, couldn't squeeze him, and it's delivered for a first down. Too much Johnny Walker. Sellers on the money. This is Campbell into Missouri territory and down the sideline. Knocked out of bounds at the 1. There for South Carolina, it's Brady Hunt. He stepped out of bounds, came at the 7, it looked like. They're going to take a long look at Hunt. The ball will be spotted back at the 7.
And just Campbell's 5th reception.
Here's a quarterback. Wants to throw to the back of the end zone and caught. Touchdown, South Carolina. It's a 5-yard strike to Michael Smith.
And it was the touchdown here. If I was thinking quarterback run, you know Missouri was as well. And a big answer for.
Had a huge one on that last drive. Sellers weaves through traffic and completes it to Delvon Campbell. Another big catch for the Nevada transfer. This one goes for 37.
Big target, has made some big plays downfield.
Got a small defender on him. Shovel pass Sanders. Rocket Sanders dances to the 5. And he punishes his way into the end zone. South Carolina back in front. Likely be the last play. It's intercepted. Overthrown and a South Carolina takeaway. Jalen Kilgore. And what a finish for the Cops.
Carolina drive. Can they punch it in? Rocket Sanders trying to do just that. Breaks a tackle. Stays on his feet. Rocket Sanders. A vintage Sanders run. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, Jay, you nailed it. That is a vintage Rocket Sanders run. Hits the perimeter, 1 tackle break, 2 tackles break, 3-4 into the end zone. Won't be denied.
See from a young quarterback who continues to impress. Dialing up a deep ball. It's caught. Monster gain on first down. Delvon Campbell.
Sellers has a cannon attached to his right shoulder, too. Effortlessly drops this ball in the bucket. And Delvon Campbell has had the best 2 games of his.
3rd and 3. Sellers takes a shot. Wide open. Touchdown, South Carolina. Sellers, the longest streak of his career. In trouble here on a 3rd and 1. Throws on the run. Right on the money. It's caught by Nick Harbor. Attempting to make it 3 straight touchdown drives for this Gamecocks offense. Wide open, an easy throw. Gage Larvidan wide open, touchdown South Carolina. For him, 22 of 25, 277 yards, 3 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing. McDowell spins out of a tackle, reversing Fields. Finally, Wofford brings him down to try and get some 2s and even some 3s in the game. The screen pass here. Oscar Attaway off to the races. Into Wofford territory, finally taken down at the 40. Right now backing up Lenora Sellers and getting into the game here in the 4th quarter. Ashford showing off the wheels again. Into the red zone. So a drive that was started by Sellers now being finished by Ashford. Keeps it again, untouched, into the end zone for a South Carolina touchdown. Big run here, Jawarn Howell, the young running back, stays on his feet and scores.
2nd and 5. Pressure. Sellers escapes. Still on his feet. What a maneuver. LaNorris Sellers into Clemson territory. Dragged down from behind to the 31.
Space.
After 4 straight runs, Sellers stays alive. Sellers inside the 10. Tumbling towards the front pylon. And the signal is a touchdown. The freshman quarterback reached the end zone. Magnificent.
Brilliant. That's brilliant.
He thought Terrell. Gone, thank you. A big game with playoff ramifications as the Gamecocks get it back. Nick Harbor shoved out by Khalil Barnes, and the Gamecocks on the move.
Yeah, Nick Harbor is 6'5", 235, but what's more important is the pocket piece. There's not too much pressure, so Harbor has time.
6 plays of 20 yards or longer so far for the Gamecocks. Sellers back on the ground, and another first down. Trip. Time for Sellers. Eludes the pressure. There he goes. LaNorris Sellers again to the end zone. He made it. Two plays before a potential field goal attempt. Klubnik buys some time. It wasn't picked off. Was it intercepted? It was. Knight picked it up. Off the fingertips of Maffa. Knight the interception and the hero for Carolina.
Rolling on the field, interception by the defense. First down, South Carolina.